Bang bang badang ding dang diggy 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 bang badang ding ding oh bang badang ding dang diggy 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 bang badang ding ding yes black to black 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 look, there's no need to worry and no need to fret. If you think we was finished, we ain't done yet. This is the platform where you can get informative topic with real intellect. Play talk good manners, raise the antennas. Andre and Karen as host divide. Facebook, Spotify and Instagram. You could also catch me on the YouTube live with positive content back to back. I'm inviting all people to black. Yes, no be power is black to black, and everybody invited. So share it and like it. For we all are united and black to black. Yes, no be power is black to black, and everybody invited. So share it and like it. For we all are united and black to black. Yes. This is your mortal immortal, inviting each and everyone to log on to all streaming platform to Black with your host Andre and Karen. So subscribe, share, like and comment, and come along. Let me enjoy the vibes. Diggy diggy, diggy diggy, black to black, daga daga, black to black, black to black, black to black.
Black. We are live once again.
We are black.
And we are black. Wouldn't have it any other way. And today, but we missed last week due to some unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah.
You know, life does life.
It happened, and that's why I tell them, as similar to what we are saying it just now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want nobody breathing down my neck now.
Mm-hmm.
So if this week
Center.
we decide, boy, I want to break it.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that.
Yeah.
You understand?
True, we don't know stipulations hanging over
Nobody telling me,
yeah.
because that's just how it is going on.
Yeah.
And that's why I think right people just break down on jobs.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't do that now.
Yeah.
So we here, we back, we black.
Mm-hmm.
We here with, I would say, simply based on, this is how I would introduce, simply based on conversation with other artists. Because every now and again, you just remind me, I know one or two little people that in a certain kind of circle now.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say we say down here today with the legendary Sista Ava.
All right.
Especially for those in the
in this space.
And Calypso fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
In that fraternity, they speak Yeye Eileen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for we to pat one another on the back. You know, me and that shit.
For real.
Yeah, me and that kind of shit. You understand? I never meet Jigga, you know.
Yeah.
I never even see Jigga in person, but we all kind of accolades we can get to Jigga.
Yeah.
We passing people in the street who doing music just as long as Jigga and can't get them no kind of accolades at all. We wouldn't even watch them like, yeah, I just see you on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I think it's time for we to do that now. So, Sista Ava, introduce yourself to the world.
So I give thanks for the forward. I give thanks for being here, and we are proud to be black, and we are proud to be back at the same time, you know. I am Sista Ava, not Sister, because I ain't no none.
Right.
Sista, as in roots and culture.
Yes.
I am a oral traditionalist, and my genre is rap. So we don't know we're going straight back to ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm just loving the vibes and giving thanks to be here with the brothers.
Yes, man. We're grateful. Just the other day I see Mortal posts on Facebook calling the names now and giving thanks to the works that all they do through the Rapso movement and thing. So I just comment underneath it and let him know, hey, tune in Tuesday because Sista Ava will be here because he did make mention of you. Yes. And I just wanted to let him know that we're outside today now. So, you know, Orisha Lashe is the man behind the plan, as you know. And he say, boy, this year we want to spend a little more time with the legends, you know, because again, so many things they say dying, but when in reality it's not dying. You know, because it's not on the front page of the
Just not being
newspapers.
highlighted.
We ain't going to see it there because we don't own the papers. We ain't going to see it on
For
the
real.
news because we ain't own the news.
For real.
Right? Which is what we was talking about
Yes.
just now before the show started, you know. The importance of doing the work, no matter what. You know, because when we look around and we see the other quote-unquote podcasts, and there's not a knock against them because everybody had a space and a place. But when you really sit down and you look at what plenty of them talking about, it's like, where's the substance in it now? You know, people, it's just entertainment, really.
Yeah,
you know.
But them is not the issue, you know.
Yeah.
The issue is us.
Mm.
Because the only reason that the people still put in the first 3 to 5 pages are political drama,
corruption,
crime, and them kind of thing in the first 5 pages of the papers. Because we still win and buy it.
Yeah.
We never stop.
Yes.
I made a conscious decision years ago to stop buy papers.
Yeah.
Because when I used to work with the Green Phone Company, everybody in my department didn't know I come into work with 2 things guaranteed when I say come into work. A papers, 2 banana and apple.
Every day. They can trap you down.
Yeah.
They know.
But then it started getting a little frustrating that I living in and around what it is called the ghetto. I really, really hate that term. I hate the fact that we adopt a term that had nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Anybody look up the origin of that word, that had nothing to do with us.
No.
Or we adopt it and we give life to it.
Yeah.
Right.
And make it we own too.
We identify with it for some reason or the other. We
right.
get,
So I see goodness in the places that it is called ghetto, but I'm not seeing that goodness reflected in the news or the papers. I do watch news.
Yeah.
I know people who just make a case for watching the news, and I be like, yo, we are so much on social media sites now. I don't need to sit down between 7 and 8 to watch a news. There's addiction. And addiction in the sense that is what the program it's like.
There's a program.
So you like that. You like that of your own volition.
Yeah.
Right? All that information they put in, we can get that in other spaces, something that's in more detail.
That's right.
Very true.
So when we're not seeing ourselves in the news, Judah Maccabi, you know Judah?
I heard of Judah.
He's a Trinidad rapper. So he does. Me and Mortal and them had a big discussion about this some years ago that they should call it rap. So the same way, because all they're doing is they're rapping in the Trinidad accents, but American style rap.
Right. So it is rap so still.
Yeah.
It is.
But he have a line in that song say, he say, you wanted to be famous, so you make the evening news. And that is all going on right now. That is all we making the news for in most instances. So we getting on like, and I don't want to say we as in us in the world, based on how we just buy papers and based on how the news is reported to us, we go on like, that's the only thing happening. When you just do classes for the children,
workshops and all these
workshops and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we never see that on our page.
Nah, that
page 5.
Yeah, man. You ain't gonna see that.
And that's why I have a problem with that.
You know, talking about that before you come, so that's just the energy, right, flowing because you wasn't in the door yet. When we were saying it had to have a balance. We're not seeing the balance.
And that's why,
but there is a balance.
They
They only highlighting the bad. Putting the bad in front of your face. Now, you were just talking about we had to watch the news and we had to read the papers because that is the way our foreparents were programmed.
Yes.
And they programmed their children thinking that was the right thing to do. And they would tell you if you need to write, you had to read the papers, like the alphabet. So if you're reading the papers, what you're going to write, your content is mostly about the crime.
The crime, yeah.
Because that's what you're saying. Like your face now.
Yeah.
They don't let you use your imagination at all.
Again, yeah.
If you have your imagination, something psychologically wrong with you, you need a shrink. Like how they go and deal with you now. They don't let you be free.
Yeah.
You know, and you wasn't even inside when we talking about that. It have goodness still. But it's to find it.
Yeah.
And we need spaces like these.
Yeah.
You know, to find it.
Yeah. And that imagination, on that imagination point, because I have 4 children. One of them is Form 4 going into Form 5, so she doing a lot of projects now. And she's doing a lot of art, because she's doing art for
Right.
CXC and things.
Right.
So I say, well, they are watching. She say, what is that you doing there? Find you on the laptop kind of long. She have a project to do, to design a costume. I say, all right. But I'm watching what she doing, and nothing she doing coming from she. If you understand what I'm saying, everything she doing coming from Google. She going on Google and she looking at the costumes on Google. No, I'm not telling you to get inspiration from somewhere,
Right.
But after you get that inspiration, you close that, and now you bring out
your
whatever you was inspired by. You bring it out.
Right.
And when I tell she close the laptop, it come like if I take away
inspiration.
Not just everything. I remove everything from she, because like now she blank now.
Yeah.
So I say, well, think about what you have to do. The project, what is the name of the project? She had to design a mask costume. Okay. Who is the character they give you? Aphrodite, which is the goddess of love in Greek mythology. I say, well, all right. So now you have your foundation, you know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
I say, now from there, you start to build on that. Right? I draw the headpiece for she. Right? I say, you start with a hat on the headpiece, on the crown. I say, and then you build it out from there. Come downward. Build down. Do your top, do your bottom piece, do your waistband, do your hand piece. And she finish it. I say, you see? How difficult was that?
It was perfect.
Come on. I say, this is why I keep telling you. I say, girl, you can't go to the internet for everything. Right? Especially in something like art.
But that's the program now.
Of course it's the programming. So
that's fighting against parenting,
That is it. And she couldn't understand where I was coming from, but I keep telling her, I say, Shimraya, your originality, that is you. Right? I say, when you copy or use something from the internet, now the exam councils and them using AI to see where you're plagiarizing,
Yeah.
So if you even if you say they ask you to go and write about, let me say it's literature, write about Orisha Lashe, and what was his inspiration for his clothing line. You go and Google that, copy what you see there, paste it in a document and send it to school,
Yeah.
Them doing the same thing now. Them have a AI program to go and scan that to see if it come from
the internet and where and who it belong to, and you're losing marks of plagiarization.
Yeah, but I have a thing with that too, because nothing is new under the sun.
Of course, I agree with that.
Nothing is new. You could feel you come up with something, you didn't come up with that. We just feel we come up with a melody and a rhythm. We did not come up with that.
Yeah.
It has to come. It's a cycle.
It was influenced by something.
Yes.
Nothing new under the sun. For me, that's one of the funniest things in my life now, because I always tell people, one of the reasons for starting the Nubian experience is because I was looking for t-shirts. All I wanted was African ink. That's all I wanted, and I wasn't finding, so I thought nobody else not even I do. Honestly, when I started this, I thought nobody else in the world not doing this. Instagram boss no bubble.
Come down, come.
Yeah. So definitely nothing new under the sun. Right? But as a Rapso elder right now, based on the length of time that you're doing it, where's the state of Rapso right now?
Well, right now we need content. We're not getting that, and that's not now. That is a while now we have been talking about that. If we need to record artists, because I will be out there training young artists and stuff, and I love to deal with the cradle, right, coming up. We need to put them in the studio and stuff, right? The children, we can deal with that easily, because you will be teaching them, right?
Yeah.
But the adults, we encourage you to write. If you're not writing and you're not using imagination, and if you're not understanding where the Rapso come from, people feel Rapso now come. The word but probably now come. The word was originated somewhere in the late 70s, early 80s, because the brothers and them had to identify with the spoken word, and a genre, and not being, sitting down with your hands so or standing up with your hands so and doing the king's poetry. They didn't want no part of that.
Right.
And these were fellas who were elite. When I
Mhm.
say elite, they would have been going to college and stuff like that.
Right.
But they kicking against the system because they realize this is colonization. So they
Right.
do all that. So
Right.
resistance and them decide, yeah, what is the same? Lancelot started.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So their influence would be Lancelot, Chetwayo, the bad poet, Malik, and all of them brothers and them.
Mm-hmm.
They decide here what we're gonna dress really decent, really neat. We're gonna have our own businesses.
Right.
We're gonna take this so-called ghetto and make it into a space where it have a seamstress. She could come and set up a machine
Mm-hmm.
and sew for the people there, produce her,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Make a village now.
Yeah.
Make a village, a commune.
A commune, yeah.
So the people will spend the money
There. Mm-hmm.
right? This was the original ideology. So it always have some form of a content.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that now.
Mm-hmm.
Our brother was telling me some years ago, couple years ago, well,
Mm-hmm.
stop doing rap sooner, girl, you know, a little soca and thing. That was back in my time.
Mm.
A little soca, you could deliver, you just had the crowd and thing.
Mm.
And I said, it's not about the crowd, you know. At the end of the day, it's about me and my legacy and what I come here to do, what I was sent here to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to be off my path.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's for you is for you.
Yeah.
I say I ain't making no sort of money. People that treat my kind of way, you know, especially, and I make no apologies.
Mm-hmm.
A woman in rap, so a woman in the oral tradition will always feel. She not less, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but she will always feel less because the men make her feel less. And that is sad. It has happened across the board.
Mm.
But there was one time in my life where it was only resistance I could have looked up. There's a man.
Mm-hmm.
And people will get harassed because they find Sista Ava close to resistance and like she right hand and that's this and people get harassed off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the one to say, hey, what? You have worth as a woman. You have worth. And because of you, there is us. And then when we used to do something called the Rapso Night and Mutabaruka came
from Jamaica.
Yeah, he would have brought Rapso Night, would have been Barbados, Adisa, Jamaica, Baruka. He brought Cheryl Byron. That was the first year. That was in the 80s. I saw Cheryl Byron. And that was the first year I did that big stage. So I frightened like that. And it was so sad because Correga and them put my group first to open. And I want to know in my mind, why would they go do that? At them time, I think first was they want you to feel.
But use the jokey artist to open for we.
To open for we. And resistance come in my ears. You see. If you feel, everybody feel. According to the frequency that you raise that bar. If you feel, everybody flock. I come on real powerful. This thing I wanted dead because it's in Spectacular Forum.
What?
And it's when Maruta come and tell me, see, she had to watch she dies after the performance, and then Cheryl come and say, hey, I passing this to you. I passing this mantle. No, I want to know what mantle she talking about. Because I just doing a thing. I didn't take it serious.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Until coming up within time and thing, I say, you know, this thing real boy, but the brothers and them, and I ain't making no apologies. I'm already checked for the eye. But it's nothing because it have brothers apart from that.
Yeah.
That checking for the eye and the sisters and them. And we rallying with that, and that is something we had to look upon. Our men, our kings and them.
Yeah.
They have to treat us legit. They have to give us that.
That is something that we lost so bad, where you see, because remember when we look to history now, what they teach we as history is from slavery come forward.
Their story.
Them story.
His story.
His story, right? Come forward. And I had to tell a friend of mine on Facebook just day before yesterday morning. I say the problem we have as our people is that we just look to a story, what they tell we, because the history is written by the victor. Right?
Yeah.
But if we go back beyond that, women was revered and are revered. If we look into African history, the African woman is revered. That is why it is Mother Africa, Mother Nature,
Yes.
Father Time.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when we sit down and we study, I saying, but why it is we can't see that now? As Mortel had a song he did sing in the opening of My Business, where he talk about the navel string, how we come from woman, right? How could we, a man, can't be without that navel? You understand me?
Yeah.
So coming to say that we is above or the woman is beneath, I can't subscribe to that. Because I just looked at my mother for everything. Even though my father was wrong, I looked at my mother. I see what my mother do. And a lot of my essence is my mother. You understand? I might look like my father now, but my complexion is she.
It's her.
If I shave off this, is
It's
she?
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? You look at my children, you just see my mother too.
Right.
And you see their mother.
Right.
Everybody say, boy, them children is you, but in reality, it's she. So how we reach to this place in society where the woman is beneath?
That is because we follow again
Correct.
what they give us, right?
Correct.
And we as women feel that we have to fight for equal rights,
Mm-hmm.
and we feminists,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have no need for man,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't understand our own story when that came about, right? It's because Massa beating down your king's man, and then you know you don't need he can do nothing for you. Look for me. I could do it for you. I could make it happen for you. We didn't have to fight for that. That's not our story.
Exactly.
So we adapt the people's story as women, and now we fighting. You have a king's man. He ain't working today. He ain't working. All the time he working, you know, you hustling. But the day he falls short and he never $1 to give you,
you're ready to get your time.
Man, you can't watch no TV. Your TV. You buy that TV. You know, that's it's so wrong. We're so twisted, and our worst enemy is another woman. Because while again fight with the brothers and them, a woman coming to fight you too.
She trying to move in your space.
Why? Why we just can't unite? Just
I do use
unite.
that word again, you know.
You fed up with it?
That's fighting people. I do use that word again. I quick out tell you, come on line here.
Yeah.
And when you reach, you see people dress up serious and
right.
Where you get yourself into.
Yeah, because like
but that's a nice way.
Based on everything that we've been through, it's like every aspect, nearly everybody we bring to sit down here to talk about our position as African people in this world have a problem with us not uniting.
Everybody, yeah.
But I like watch my Dr. Amos Wilson is somebody that really rub off on me in terms of things and I'm sticking with like, yo, we all these people they don't do this thing we unite for to show we independent. How we just do that? I go and spend every money buy all them people and to buy all the expensive things to wear the name on my chest to say we free. So he said we see all these people who in order to prove we freedom is enrich other people. Come together again after that? No.
That's so sad and messed up.
Yeah.
Right? I want to you touch on something there. I remember I don't know if you remember this a few years ago we was in a forum in Emancipation somewhere else. The headquarters in Marval. It was a conference, a youth conference.
Man know thyself? Not that one.
Nah. But you was there, brother resistance, and he went up and talked. I ain't lying, eh? When the man done talk, he cried and tears running out my eye.
But that was ours. That was our drumline production.
Watch now.
Man know thyself. Yes, that's our production.
Man talk about what they was doing on the bridge.
Yeah.
And how government fight it down.
Yeah.
And this is why I tell them all here. I am not 45 years old here to just rage against something just because it's something. I rage. Anything I rage against right now, it's because it's something I look at. When you hear them, that's why them stories can't be in the papers. It can't have no on the 3 or the 2 local made TV stations. It can't have them thing on them. Because then we go down question like, so you talk about the sewing machine, that's something you talk about how much different people they had doing things in a space. And all they come and all the only solution because of all the claiming the legality of the space.
Yeah. For them
The
as youth.
only
Black youth.
solution
Black youth, yeah.
Yeah.
is to mash it up
Yeah.
without bringing a solution.
Yeah.
So now we looking there now, you can hardly find seamstress, tailors.
No, you can't find that.
Neither young people interested in it. And all these sorts.
Yeah.
And them things would have also spawned more because when the seamstress husband, who is a welder, see what it is going on, they might be able to convince he now to come and teach welding.
Yeah. Right.
And he brother who is an electrician.
But you saying that right, and one of the things that we're looking at, and it's the same resistance would have talked about this as well. They introduce crack cocaine to the same block.
Yeah.
So you mash me up and they introduce this success drug, you call it.
And mash up the place.
You mash up the place. And it's that.
Again, you know, I like the term conspiracy theories and conspiracy theorists right now. You know, I like it because if we could forget today and we could go back 40 years, 30 years, and find some of the very things that was being called conspiracy theory.
That is fact today.
That's fact today.
Now, if we can go back 30 years, remember I was laughing at that 30 years is not the 70s again. 30 years is 1990 something. If we can go back 30 years now and find out, imagine in 2050, what kind of revelations will come out about what was going on. And people was like, Sister, why are you always talking that kind of thing? Like, imagine what would come out. I want to read some comments here.
Yeah, see, we have some long ones.
When Mortal Inside, Mortal say, oral traditions should be implemented in our curriculum. You know, like something we're talking about, like, but again, and I will say this, over the mountaintop, is really European people in black skin and in politics.
That's right. Cookies, Oreos.
I don't even want to get them now because I heard people love Oreos. I'm sure the amount of people that love Oreos outweigh the amount of people that love politicians. Right? But so I tell you, really Europeans. The most Europeans you can find. In skin looking richer than we are in that parliament. Right? Because watch man, as you saw about implementing something African, like what Rapso is, and what people give props to Rapso for. Somebody saying we should put Rapso on the curriculum shouldn't be something taboo.
No.
Well, let me just say this, right? When we had Breaking New Grounds, we had a program happening there. It ran for a couple of years well until Synergy Rising Star. No, that is Digital Rising Star. The one with Synergy came. When that came, that had the format of what the network community organization were doing, which is us, right? That had the same format. The only difference is we ain't had no money. We ain't had no money. They had the money. So they get the youth and them to come and flash and you know. So after that thing take off, then people started to buy into the Digicel and all of them come and they buy into it and that is it. We end up taking it down. You know, so we could get these things happening and highlighted even in the schools because we used to be in the schools. We're still in the schools, but it's how much of us. Again, nobody in highlighting the volume of work I will do and I do have a job. At the same time.
A job.
Yeah. I going out there, we going as far as the last parts of Trinidad, we reaching Tobago, we do little network thing with Grenada, St. Vincent, anywhere we could. We do these workshops. But who is going to give us $1 to say that we move from this place to that place? We had to wait, and it's sad, we had to wait till a little carnival come. Wait to get a little
Ados.
Yeah.
Mortel say, like the 5 rules of Calypso, why abandon storytelling or by, so you say that's what you should be teaching in the curriculum now. Like, the rules are calypso, thing like wire bending, storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
midnight rubber talk and thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sheldon Mendoza say I used to be part of the Rapso movement in the 90s with Brother Resistance and Craig Mandela. I performed at Rapso Week for a few years alongside Stacey Sobers. Right? Ronald Nelson say inside. Yeah, brother. Mortal say breaking new ground was right of passage to become a chanter so needed.
Yeah,
Mortal say
because we used to be initiated, you know. You couldn't be a rap artist, just come there, so you know. That ain't happening, you know. It have an initiation period. And you had to go through that 6 weeks in fire. We used to call it fire because it's real drilling, it's hard. You know? So it's school children, it's adults, it's whomever. And it open to the general public. And these brothers, what Resistance and them will do is pull grassroots and have blocks. So when I initiated in 94. My block was Wendell Manwaring, that long before Chicanal come, right? Wendell Manwaring, Correga, and somebody else was in charge of our group. Right? So we had like about 6 or 7 blocks. So when you finish after that 6 week and this block come out, you had to come out real hard. Because that little bit of theater, that is this, that is that. That was initiation. But you had to go through now lights, camera, and action. It's up to you what you want to do from there. You do all that now. You seen everybody jumping up and down and saying, they wouldn't even say they're doing rap so, but you know it's rap so they're doing. You know? But they ain't know nothing about the fire. They don't know nothing about the stories. They don't know nothing about the pain. They don't understand that rap so is the voice of the people in the heart of the struggle. Nothing wrong in singing the love song and thing, you know. But the majority of the times, the people who sing in the love songs is the more hurt people. It's the more hurt people. How they want to be treated is how they putting it over.
Music, yeah.
You know, to try to make, you know. I pray that. And I'm working for, and I know we need the help to see a turnaround. We need these programs. We need people to be real. Don't be afraid to talk the talk. Now, if we go, you think we could talk this kind of talk on any one of them
Never.
big stream?
Never.
No.
Forget that.
You might get banded.
Forget that. Forget that.
You see, that's why I'll be careful. I hear my say that she can I watch her, she go with her attention. I say we national anthem is a lie. Because every freedom race find an equal place.
But before Jen,
and we supposedly have freedom of speech. I'm not talking hate speech, I'm not talking offensive speech. Based on your perspective. But at the same time, if I talk about blackness, I can't go for sponsorship.
No. Well, we can't get vexed with the anthem, you know. Here why? The beginning of the anthem, it's set up in a way that we should understand what's going on. Forgery. We forge from the love, you know. It's not a real love, you know. You're forging from the love of liberty. So that is a carbon copy.
Yeah.
That's how the thing starts. So the minute you hear that, you know, all right, we in shit street.
The older I get, the less respect I have for the anthem, boy. And I tell them like, yo, that does not mean I'm not patriotic to Trinidad.
Yeah.
But I am saying to you, every morning and every Friday evening, my daughter to sing that song. And the more I hear it, the worse it gets. Because Sista Ava Rapso movement that willing to go in schools and teach and all kind of thing, can realistically go to certain conglomerates that is claim all this trinidadness to go and teach an authentic, driven Trini art form to the schools to pass on to future generations. So what is Trini then? Based on all of that we say there, you see Rapso being in good hands?
Yeah. From my perspective of dealing with the younger ones in the schools who didn't know nothing more Rapso. But the minute you tell them the oral tradition and you start the storytelling and you bring it back from where it comes, the griot, that kind of thing, and you can show them the peregrine because everybody need the oral tradition, you know. The storyteller, this guy, the midnight robber, all that is oral tradition.
Yeah.
So when you could link that and you could show them where it is taking place, even in our folk songs, even in our folklore, the stories with Papa Boy and all that is folklore, then we get interested in the rap so. Because they now understand that rap so is just the definition of the art form. So they want to be a part of the art form. I think we are in good hands, but we need to be able to highlight it. We need that balance to highlight them when they come out.
That's
there.
something we just always say here, boy. The highlighting is the issue, boy. Like after watching the secondary schools football
last season,
a couple of Saturdays, well, big men in the shop here. Because the football was interesting and entertaining. It was a step up for me. Last secondary season, that was a step up, right? How much places and places you see it if you buy a papers, you get a little block in the back page, half of the page, whatever, but nothing like highlighting. So like nobody don't want to be a journalist anymore. Nobody want to be a reporter. So it's not nothing like you come and say, Mr. Hyman, you see now because you see that success game on real good. I want to go and do a profile. The goalkeeper, seemingly like the best goalkeeper in the league. I will go and do a profile. Nobody do that kind of thing again. So how we gonna know these young talents? It used to come across TV a kind of way. Breads as an adult. I stormed the National Stadium to watch an intercall final between Malek and Tobago. I did done finish school. On Saturday, me and my cousin and my next partner leave Barataria to go to the National Stadium. Can't get in, imagine that you go to see a secondary school football final and can't get in. Not because you're not done, like you ain't know, because they say it full. And my cousin saying he know a spot that we can climb over. And them days we young and we nimble, and I know all of this in front of it. What? And we in the stadium watching intercall finals. Where the highlighting is now.
Nowhere.
You understand? So it's the same thing with the rap so.
Yeah.
And with all other art forms that they claim dying. I tell them anytime all they claim dying is because all they killing them.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Even the stadiums and them they ain't even not even underutilized, they're not even taking care of it. So when the time come and you ask to use it, I can remember my son had sports day last year in one in Arima, Larry Gomes.
Yeah.
It's rainy season. Right? You watching the grass from in the stands and you seeing brown patch in the rainy season? Nah man.
Yeah, that's sad.
Nah man. Don't do that.
So we looking at this thing called rap so. We give you a little bit of the history and everything. As it stands today, rap so involved in the carnival.
Rap so come to the carnival.
Right.
It has always been doing that.
Right.
Because the carnival, okay. One day I saw an article in the papers. Resistance was in this realm at that time. And the article was Rapso came out of the Calypso. I was really disturbed when I saw it.
Right.
Not that I don't love Calypso. I understand Calypso is the oral tradition as well. But a Rapso is too. It didn't come out of nothing but the oral tradition. So it come like this one mother.
Right.
Right? And this mother have children. Is not no stepchild of nothing.
Right.
It is the oral tradition. And leading back to your question, I lose my train of thought. What was your question?
Kind of rap so in the carnival.
Right, yes. The same peregrine and midnight robbers and all them. That's rap so they're doing. For us, it's a little tougher because I had to learn to write in structure my music in bars. Right? When I needed to get to the tent.
Right.
Because the band had to play it. I can't go and just rap and a chorus 16 bars down the road. And then our next chorus coming 2 bars down the road, right?
Right.
So,
So-
they're waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have to learn to structure the story
Mm-hmm.
in
According to that.
that. And then the producers and them kind of little lazy. When you go to them, it's not calypso, it's rap, so it's story.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to listen to your verses and then build a chorus. They don't do that. It's easier to listen to the first verse and then put a chorus there and then run the track down like that now.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how to fit in. So if your verse overlap and then you have to cut that or find a way to shorten it. That is how artists or a traditionalists had to deal with when they come into the tents. Right?
I know, they can't come at all in one band.
Not really. Not really, because the tent is not ours
Right.
in that sense, you know. So my dream is to one day have our own where we could deal with percussion and string and have the steel pan as the identification card there, and have the artist come and do his or her thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much people share that vision with you, because that is one of the things that is realized as you dive into anything to do with us as a people. Is realize how much people is the vision is only from in words,
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
but in actual
We have been trying, We have been trying, and that's why I just use the word unity. Because I don't have to be leading it. If I bring an idea to you, it's like resources, right? I have the idea, but you have the equipment. Nothing is wrong with us pulling
I
together.
really believe in that.
I'm not trying to be your
There's
boss.
certain things I tell them I don't need.
Yeah,
to be
you ain't trying to be my
Yeah.
boss. You understand?
Yeah.
We're trying to work together as a team
Yeah.
and bring this thing.
Yeah.
So we disturbed the carnival, yes. In all, there were once at least one Rapso artist in every tent. In every tent. Now again, we're not getting the content. And if they're quiet and they ain't saying nothing, or they don't want to listen to it, have little rules. How to structure your music and how to come with it. And you just come and it just there. And when they hear calypso and you're a soca man, it's fat.
Yeah.
And you just there, just good enough for the streets. I ain't really playing down the music.
No. At all.
You need to come, you need to step up to the plate.
So that's why I was asking them again, what is that training? Because we create calypso in its present form here. We create soca here. We create rapso in its present form here. But all of them have to fight for the same space in Trinidad. So that, as you say, and you know why that started out to me? I say probably that's why people like Mortal and them so bad when it comes to freestyling. Because they're not bound
by that
now. Because Mortal come right here in this yard.
And flatten it though.
Almost 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And march up the place, people outside live. When the man starts, so people start to come inside.
Yeah.
And the DJ worked good with him too, eh?
Yeah.
The DJ worked real good with him. Because he was rapping he was doing the raps on a hip hop beat now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hipso.
The cameraman and all stuff about.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that if we Trini, and because I tell them the reason why I talk about that so much is I said plenty of they don't want to be African. Or they want to be Trini. Alright. What would it mean to be a Trini? When you're not even supporting the things on them from right here.
Yeah.
So if we have a carnival, and carnival is a showcase we Trini talent and them kind of thing. Why Sista Ava had to either try and cut up she music to fit in that box or not do it at all. So you telling me the man I should tell nothing for the band to practice with Sista Ava and do it the way just for she?
Yeah.
Just how I do. How?
Well, the band can only practice it if it is produced like that. So it's a chain. So it is how you're not writing. You have to think about how you write it. So yeah, what I used to do when I just started, I write in a line. I like, let me see, I write 10 lines and a little bridge and a chorus. I had to go and check the next 10 line. To fit
fit
it
it
in. But
in.
it's a story I telling.
Yeah,
So it might be more
yeah.
or it might be less.
But that mean your song gonna be plenty longer because you're breaking it up. So you go stretch.
So what we decided to do now is compile and we could do that. We learn to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You see how somebody could take a whole song to tell one incident?
Mm-hmm.
We would be able to do that in just a few words.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were trained. That is
Mhm.
part of the training in the
Mhm.
workshop. We were trained to do that, you know?
Hmm.
So for a long while we have been there. We have been in the tent. I've been in the tent since 87.
Hmm.
I worked out with Classic Rousseau. At that time there was at the Soca boat.
Hmm.
And so Duke and all of
The
these guys.
Soca boat.
Yeah.
Boy, she said that day, and
Yeah,
it's
boy,
just.
something that kind of click there. Like, so, refresh my memory about that.
Where that used to be?
Down by probably around where the breakfast shed and all them places.
Yes, by the port.
Yeah, Soca boat was down there. That was
Before the-
Classic Rousseau.
Yeah.
Yeah, used to
Classic
be down
Rousseau
there.
used to be there.
Yeah, that's
Right
Tuco
on
North.
South, Tuco North, yeah.
Tuco North zone.
Opposite JMM there.
Right.
Yeah, I know it. I
Yeah.
just, but what picturing back to is the style of the fencing and everything it had before.
Yeah. We was down there. That was a real nice vibration too. And then after that, again, and I'm making no apology. After I spent like about 7 or 8 years with them, and I would have been the only female. Well, the only female in Rapso, but we have she's deceased now, Marva Mackenzie,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it should have been she and I, and we carrying this tent. We carrying this tent with these brothers and thing. I had my little children. Well, you're putting me on whatever time you want to put me on. Minister 2 in the morning, and I deal with my youth and them. You know, at that time, Ella say, Sister, here we're going on because Ella was living Simeon Road.
Mm-hmm.
She had just moved to Maloney or something. She say, you can't be going. People paying to come and see you. You hire babies with you. And then you had to walk down the road by the promenade to take transport and then passing in the big car. Something had to be done. But what would do? After some years, they tell resistance, he had to pay me personally because I am not a Calypsonian. And I tell resistance, yeah, but you see, I done, you know. Because in the rap, so it had a particular kind of love.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to feel that love. I don't want to feel alienated like that.
Mm-hmm,
So I say, I done. He said, nah. Yeah, what? It have a little thing in bird song up in the east. Somebody doing a thing. And when you come up there and vibes. In them time I was heavy with Pamberry and stuff, you know. And I come up on a vibes and then he introduced me to Mr. Otley. He had the idea, and it's still going on the Divas Cabaret or the all female tent. He was management of the North Zone that last year. When I decide that is it.
You're done, yeah.
And he said, well, he wanted to be a part because he gathering all the queens from all over the world, bam, 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 and you know, he represented the rap so big time. Because I had already been dubbed the Queen of Rap. So no real people was vexed for that. Oh, she's the Queen of Rap. So I didn't ask for that. You know, it's the people do that. It's the people say that. Because I alone was going in Royal. I alone was going in Maximum. I alone was going Carrera and dealing with the prisoners and them. I alone was going and doing these things, formulating my own workshop. So if they dub me as the queen, you can't get vexed with the people. But I too didn't want to be called the queen. You know? So I ended up being in the Divas, and everybody had a big song and thing, the horns and thing, and all I have is bare feet and my little drums. And I'm doing the thing called the Manna Fall. You know, because I came from a spiritual background too, right? So that's what I know. I had to take what I know.
Yeah.
Right? And I did that piece called the Manna Fall. It's with drums, and listen, that became the anthem. Not just for the 10, but for the emancipation too. People line up on the streets waiting for the work band to pass to hear Shake the Tree Let the Manna Fall. Like all the artists used to come up on the stage when it's my turn to perform and sing that song. I remember we went to Tobago, coming back in the plane, Talperry, that's the name, right?
Talpri, yeah.
And them coming back in the plane, and I don't know where they was going, but everybody meet up in the plane. Until I hear that man start to sing that song. Watchman give my bongs, and he started singing. I said, you know me? And the whole plane singing the song, she and the man fall, you know, because that's how he is here, be connected, you know. You see what you doing here, what we doing here? No doubt it have another group doing the same thing. You know that frequency now?
Yeah.
You know, and that connection. You know, so we had to continue dubbing it like this. No matter what, you guys have to continue highlighting and showcasing. But we have to work together. We have to network.
Definitely.
Well, it's because of that networking. We had two real nice shows because with
Taliban.
the
Yeah. Susan. Taliban.
Taliban.
And
Valentino and Luther.
Yeah, well, all that came true.
Yeah,
come true, yeah. That's all they need the queen, you know. They need the queen. But even the show you when they're talking about we meet up on that show in Emancipation.
Yeah.
That was my production.
Right.
So
that one stick with me simply because no, but that was in Emancipation House and that was in Marval.
Yes, I did it.
Yeah, why it stick with me? It stick with me because I had just moved to Mova that time. And in the move to Mova, I remember people going on a loudspeaker talking about they closed down a homework center where people were helping children and they even giving a solution as to what government
right.
Close it down because of the space they use again.
Right.
And then giving no solution as to well, you know, we could use this other or they can use here, but they could use here.
Yeah.
Simply because I was doing a homework center with children getting to come in the evening and spend time, get a homework done and, you know, keep out of trouble or whatever, parent might not be working or whatever.
Right.
Then to come on here, this was 2018, I think. I hear that on the loudspeaker, then to go a forum and hear a man say the same people who in government today doing that since the 80s.
Yes.
In our communities.
Yeah.
I had a question, them thing.
Man know thyself was the name of that. And you, resistance, and I have a picture there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was.
I had a question now because, and I tell them, you know, because I tell them, I don't ask for it for nothing. Right? And even before they give me something or they gain me something I want to pay for. So I want a house from the government. But I don't want a house from the government, like all them they say. I want to pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
I just, you see that red tape and green tape and all kind of tape I have to go through. I just want to bypass.
But that's only for a particular people, you know. Because it have people who get in house like that, all they have to do is smile, they never say nothing.
Right. So that was saying. So that was saying when I tell I make it clear, like I want a house. I don't want you to give my house.
Yeah.
I don't give my access to the house. I'm gonna pay for the house.
Yeah.
I pay in faith.
Yeah.
Right? What you telling me is that as we ask, when we ask these questions, we become rebels. They don't like the government. I don't like the government. So that what you wanted to get vote for? To be liked.
For likes.
As we go and sing rap so far and sing about what going on in the community to be liked.
To be liked.
That we won up in the see here with the award for the best barber. Wait.
That's inside, I put that inside.
You understand?
For likes.
No.
Not for likes.
I'm not doing this for likes. If I wanted likes, I never print African thing on clothes.
No, for sure.
Keep our tradition, as you say. When I got that award, I didn't know what was that.
I won the emancipation. So what communities give out every emancipation.
So I was the first, and still is, the first and only woman
to win that?
To receive.
Well, it's not win. They don't say win.
Sorry, to receive,
To receive acknowledgement. Yeah, so that's not for likes.
Could never be.
And as I say that, right, you know, over the years, I've been one of, even though I just work with them and have good relations with people in the over the years, I real bond them out. And any opportunity I get, any opportunity. Anything I see that they need to think about for, I will, which is the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad Tobago. But we also have to acknowledge some of the good works they're doing, like that keeper of the traditional award. Sometimes people just come down in the village, people just there, and they mightn't take it as serious as we would take it.
Yeah.
But you just happen to be in the village at the time that they're giving the award, and you're hearing
Yeah.
that. So who's the sister?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then they start to talk about the things that
All the
sister
things.
Ava
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That person and that at that point in time
Mm-hmm.
might be the person to finance
Yeah.
things now. So that keep the traditional award for me is a real big thing. It's a real big
But
thing.
we had to learn how to deal with it.
Yes.
Everybody have the strengths and the weaknesses, right? My weakness is I am laid back in certain things. When somebody go put themselves up on the Facebook or social media or the paper promote self, they want every opportunity to get to one stage, they go. I don't like that. I want to train you and I want to put you up. That's my joy. That's my joy. I want to
work in the back.
Yeah, I want to know that the oral tradition in good hands. When I see a crew, a youth coming up there and they singing or they telling a story, and I feeling good. Nobody even want to know that's my work, but I feel good as opposed to colleagues of mine.
I had to jump in on that boy. I have plenty of we elders talk like that, and I do agree with it at all.
It's a weakness.
Let me tell you why. And it's something certain people master. Sometimes the creator has to be seen.
Yeah.
And if the creator is not seen, the creator cannot be acknowledged.
You're correct.
And acknowledgement is a real big part.
That's why I call it a weakness.
Because
you don't want the props.
A young woman.
You just don't know how to deal with all of that.
A
Shine.
young woman standing up in the village, or someone of we viewers' daughter watching here today and watching how you dress and might be inspired by it.
I used to be called weird, Jeff. Wait to school.
I think that's a real
honor. I used to call out. They used to call me weird. We had a little class reunion like a couple of weeks ago. My father transcended and this literally youth and them from school since in the 80s come and shout. So let me come and hang a little bit now. I don't want to go at all, but I know it's so good. They say one of the brothers going and do a triple pass, heart surgery. And he want everybody to come out and we can't do this without you and things. So my king say, no, let me go now, let me make it. So I went there and Fidel went. And they talking about me from engineer sec. I'm feeling that kind of way. There's plenty of them. Yeah. So Fidel said, oh, she was always so talking about the uniform. Let me say the uniform is white and black. I have a plait with ice gold and green beads here. I go wear a jacket. I always in the office because I had a show Africa. I had a show some way, some form. And after that, I went secondary school and we meet the youth and them there too, and they telling them, and I said, God, that could be some real bad. Every school I went to, so he telling me the other day, you ain't change, So this is you. This is who you are. And I say this to say, I was walking down on the promenade some years ago, really years ago, and I had a wrap on. My sister came from Africa and she brought a wrap. I was smaller, so I just wrap it. Of course, I will have on a tights below, right? And a man, African man, said, "Well, you feel it? You feel in Africa, what? What to you? You feel come from the bush?" And he trying to oppose me. And I just hear a voice opposing that man, an Indian man, going intensity more at that time. He said, "Why you don't tell the Indian sisters to stop wearing the sari?" And he take up that fight, and I just stand up and I watch him and I smile. He come and he bow. I jump in at Tawaka and I go and look at that.
That's something I experienced more than once myself. It's no emancipation where you dress up.
Yeah.
What? It's no emancipation where? Alright, what? We don't know African mean born in Africa.
Yeah.
I like to use the man thing, so I say, if a cat born in an oven is cookies.
I like that.
Watch now.
I like that.
It's only we that make these
Yeah,
excuses.
yeah.
We didn't realize the Venezuelans on the corner by me selling the arepas and things that's come out on a Sunday night as well. So Sunday night I pass. What? I said, look at this now, boy. You have to watch out there for this one, boy. I said, boy, I can't show only without trying to sound like I convincing only why we need to wear more African inspired thing, right? By watching these Venezuelans in the small community in Trinidad and Tobago could open on a Sunday night to sell arepas. A group of them around them. And she just stated she thinks a lot. So, you know, she makes she quota. And I watching, I said, look at that now, boy. We here just make excuses why I don't go by this one and I don't go by that. I'm like, yo, but everybody making an excuse not to go by is of you. I said, well, look at these people right on the corner. Look at these people and them showing we how we supposed to be living now, boy.
It's sad, you know.
You come Trinidad with the amount of street food we have and the variety of street food we have. And you choosing to not go and get doubles or roti or cup of chana, whatever else, burger, gyro, and you go ahead and you go right through. And I just tell them, if we could find a way to bridge that, money flow should be good.
We don't like we own. We never like we own. If it come free, yeah. And even when it come free, according to what it is, we still don't want it. We always looking for the grass greener on the other side.
I see them selling fried plantain chips. Plantain chips on the highway. Same Spanish. Just now, coming down the highway there. I coming down right by Macoya Junction on the highway, right? I know it have a Venezuelan be selling that day. He have a little basket about this, about that, round the neck, full with plantain chips. No, I not going to buy that. Me don't know you from Adam. So I pass more than once. Today now I coming up the highway, coming down to town.
Plenty of them.
A black man have it round the neck. So here I asking myself, I doubt
he don't get so big.
He gets so big that this man working for he now. You know? I refuse to ask to tell myself that, you know where he was? By UV traffic light. So the black man there, and he by UV traffic light.
Well, yeah, I'm always see the feed making money, so let me try it.
I saw this. This is something a little different. When we went, the last tour that we did in Venezuela, right? It was a Santeria festival that we went to. The network band, we represented Trinidad and Tobago, and it was beautiful in that particular village. I can't call the name of the village. I can't remember the name. But they had all the Caribbean island representing Haiti. Haiti was more on the hill. Now, they had a particular hotel, and the hotel had land, real land around it, and trees. So Haiti went up on the hill, kind of like on the mountain. So you had to go on another track to meet the voodoo priest there, so he could talk to you. They had Guyana, all these different people, but the Venezuelans. We had Miguel was our driver and translator and stuff like that. And the first 2 days, Miguel moving with me and thing, and you know, we got kind of close where, you know, we could talk. And I said, first thing I asked is, where's the white thing coming down on the hills? Because big mountains, right? That's snow? I said, because I hear
it'll be cool.
It'll be cool. He said, no, that's not snow. I said, well, what is that? Like garbage.
What?
Garbage. I said, garbage? Oh, that's garbage. He said, yeah, it's garbage. Poor disposal. And I said, but how everybody have music, hard music, real pumping hard music? He said, the poorer it is, the harder your music. They will spend every cent they have.
So outbound the neighbor.
Yeah, because there's a sense of freedom, listening to that music and dancing. So we talking them kind of stripping is going on the road. So then he said, you know, my wife, a little jealous of, you know, me being around. So it was me and another sister. but she a little jealous. And I said, but why? Why is she jealous? You know, you must tell her to come around. He said, well, it's a young marriage and, you know, I don't know why she jealous because she black too.
Hmm.
That's what he said, right? Because she black too. And I said, she black too. You know what that's supposed to mean?
Hmm.
All right. He said, I'll bring up a picture and show you. Why? I don't understand why she insecure. So he brought the picture. Now we in the little van like a 7-seater.
Hmm.
Going the way. And he bring the picture. He said, look the picture. And he showed me the picture. I looking for his black wife. It's two ladies in the arm. But I can't tell him I can't see the black wife. Oh, okay, she's nice, but he said, you see, she's beautiful. She have no reason to be jealous. I said, okay, yeah, she real nice. And I pass it to her. His wife black. Nobody in that whole bus.
Can't tell you. With the black person is.
But they fear than you, Jed.
Yeah.
But they still
She's
have
a black
the pal.
Spanish.
So I had to bring it to myself to ask him, but before I asked him, resistance say, what you want to ask him? I say, he wife not black dread. Okay. He say, she black. He said the history of these people. He say it's black.
Hmm.
He say they were raped, they were colonized, even worse than Trinidad.
Hmm.
Worse, he say, and take the grandmother, the great grandmothers who were black and put them into like caves and all these different things. Hide them away and bring out the fear of people. So a woman who know her mother or her grandmother black
Mm-hmm.
and she understand that story, she black.
Hmm.
She don't want to identify with white at
At all.
all. I started to appreciate love them a little more
Hmm.
because I see how it is, how they feel and how they trapped.
Mm-hmm.
How they trapped, you know, and then they started to, when they see us here down, the ras down and thing, and they come in and they praising you. I didn't like that too much. I didn't understand why they praising and asking us to pray for them, and they want me to hold the baby and just anoint the baby head, and I this boy. And then well, they talked to us after, and they said that again it's a Santeria festival. They understand the forces of nature. They understand the beginning. They understand who are our original mothers and fathers of the earth, which is black. So when they see us, we represent and we
what
go
they
on
know.
there as oral traditionalists. So in their minds, we are forced to be reckoned with. So they're not seeing human beings, they're seeing the Godhead, what they represent.
Before I go into my next question, I want to read out some of motel.
Yeah, motel
Motel
got
is
plenty
there.
to say
There's
today.
only motel alone on this thing. Or
Nah, Mendoza did too.
I'm
There were a
surprised
couple of them.
because I know Mendoza's around. We say,
Plenty of them will just be listening to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
what he say, we did workshops without funding from the crime ministers.
Prime Minister.
So a rap Lipsonian was born.
The workshop still going on? Well, let's keep
I
it.
do workshops now.
Where's keep it?
Anywhere. And everywhere.
I see that Mendoza say, yeah, I hear listening.
Right.
Motel say what they say, I can't use my lips if it in calypso. So yeah, I want to go into it. I didn't meet you or know you through rap, so I meet you or know you through Orisha worship. As a Ifa Orisha devotee, what role that play in your music right now?
Well, again, one of the things that I was taught again, you will hear me saying resistance a lot, right? He always taught us to separate your we call it religion
Belief, yeah.
from your stage. But you can't separate your spirituality. Right? And people wouldn't see him as a Orisha devotee, but he's the one who would have brought all the books and stuff and give it us and tell us, know yourself, know yourself, know yourself. He was responsible for even us going out there. And because back in the time when I would have done rap soul music, again, I'm from a spiritual yard, right? My mother is a mother. She's a mother spiritually, right? And then just opposite that was the egbe. So we had, you know, I was caught between that. So every song I did in them times, I would bring an Orisha music or
Music.
chant
Mhm.
behind it. Right? I still do it, but according to the moods and the vibes.
Mm.
You ask in the spirituality how it mesh good because it is the oral tradition, and the oral tradition is tradition.
Mm.
And the tradition came from West Africa. So I didn't just want it to be a poet or a storyteller. I wanted to live it as well.
Right.
So I live it. In fact, you don't hear my names, and that might be a weakness, but I don't want them to tie it up at all.
Mm.
I am Osobie, Onakamaya, Ogunkaye. Ifa Wemimo is my Ifa name. Now I have other names because I'm also initiated into the Obatala. Risha Dada would be our surname, right? Since I get better initiations, right? But again, that is my life, my personal life. When people see me on a stage, you have to see Africa. Don't narrow me down in a bubble. Because speaking to Trinidadians and, I called them Sonian Coleman not too long ago. And I wish you could see this. You say, people don't like you. I say, okay. He said, no, they don't like you. He said, when you come on the stage, you just come on the stage with heavy seals. Heavy seals? He said, yeah, you just be mark up and thing on it. When they come, people afraid you. So I said, oh, so they don't like me? He said, no, they don't like you at all. So then he changed his tongue. And I said, well, I don't wear seals. Seal is me. My whole body is a seal. Black is a seal. I don't have to wear seals. I don't bring my spirituality on the stage. But when I walk, you will know who I am. So if you see any marking, that's tribal. Facial marking, that's tribal. That has nothing to do with that. I say, and I am not one to just sing a song because I do compete. Right? I bring in a story, I bring in a message. So I have to interact with the crowd and have you being in the vibes of the scene too, right? I say, and I didn't get no hate from them. I say, I was able to hear man tell man, I love you and mean it. I say, although it had certain people discredit that after. Because if you could come after and say, Zava making man tell man, I love you, I can't tell a man, I love you, that's something kind of little chichi. If you say something like that, according to who you is, you will find a brother go be get a little horror to tell a brother, I love you. But the reason for me doing that is the more I can get a man and man to say, brother, I respect you, I love you, and care bongs and gear, is the less we will find a brother against a brother picking up a gun. I'm not saying it will happen in a day. I'm not saying it will happen in a day. But that is my little part of bringing that back.
You know what? So much I think running through my mind here. One of them is a dress code, buddy. We're still in the era of to be a big Calypsonian. There's no dress code to say it's a Trinidadian first things first. There's dress code to say it's African or East Indian or Chinese or Arabic. But there's no dress code to say it's a Trinidadian. Right? And the dress code that we hold on to the most is European. So it's still, even though men sing about independence, republicanism, Trinity to the bone.
They go wear the color.
Yeah.
But you still have to put on a suit and tie. When you put on a suit and a tie, you are well dressed. All of a sudden, your diction change everything. Right? And mine come to that because when I ask you about the spirituality and thing, all of that tied into it. Because I tell them plain, when I reach here, you can call me to talk a certain kind of talk and dress a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
So there's one to tell them, but it's more than dress code. I write and I tell them it is more than a dress code. It is a way of life. But part of that way of life is the dress code.
Yes.
Here's my example. You do expect to go to China, go in a monastery, and the monk and them have one cheap piece.
You never see that.
Right. Don't come to talk all that black talk with me now. If it's the first time and thing, and I don't know anything about you, somebody I hear and over years talking a certain kind of talk, and when we had a meet up, you're trying to choke in your neck.
Yeah.
I
Ambition.
can't, yeah, I can't
That's what I'm choking on.
I can't take you serious. And I tell him, I walk out and meet him. When I walk inside and see everybody just, that's the man who invite me, goes,
You understand that?
I said, nah, that ain't no space for me. Where is that in? I said, that ain't no space for me. And it's only a few years. I never explained things. But a few years later, then over yeah, I understand now.
You
what it is you
understand?
were saying.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because it's children is getting in trouble and parents is getting in trouble for the way children are tired to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that you are a member of this school, this is how you have to dress.
Yeah.
To say you are a member of any one of the protective services.
This is how we have to dress. But being like this could get you into some trouble, eh?
But we is the only people who don't want to dress what we is claim we is.
Yeah.
I want you to explain what she mean by that.
You could get into trouble. When I go into certain places, right? If I go early and the people come and meet me, like a forum, they will be attracted to. This is so normal to me. I don't see what it is you have to be attracted to, right? Because it come normal.
Mm-hmm.
But for them, you know, they will be attracted and they will talk about it or whatever. That's going to cause problem with the people who carrying on the forum because I take in the crowd. Right? So I go decide, you know, it's either I will come late. When I walk in, you know, everybody turn around.
Yeah.
I'm still taking the crowd.
Yeah.
You know? So anytime you come out different, it doesn't mean that you want to shine.
Mm-hmm.
You are already light.
I am. In that aspect, I would like to tell them the way I dress. First things first, I was never somebody who would dress to follow the world. I was never that. For a long time, for a few years, well, my dress code was a white t-shirt and a three-quarter, either a blue jeans or a black jeans. That was my dress code for a long, long time. And well, then when I started this, and I started, I always had to call Modupe and Baba name, because two people dress code influence how I dress today when it comes to that shit. Kuriga Mandela and Modupe. I find them brothers look so cool. Brothers, they are so wicked in the way that is mix and match thing.
And
I like the mix and match.
They walk in that glory.
You understand? And you can tell that it's not a costume. You understand? And then watching Kuriga and being around Kuriga for a little while and thing, and seeing the colors, because I wasn't big on the colors now. Was seeing the colors and the way he, and then I started line with Modupe, you know? So I was like, yeah, boy. There is these heavy influences on the way I just mix and where but then when you watch Baba, over the years that I know Baba, I can count how much time I see Baba in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
He always in that
Yeah.
cargo pants and yeah.
So it's not that it is not, we don't have it now, but again,
we have it.
The people
but the Caribbean have a dress code, you know. But they would like to see them in coconut.
Yeah, basket.
Coconut and
we from our island.
Yeah, from our island.
Caribbean. I laugh because it come up again. I think it's yesterday we was talking this right here. When the man in Tobago they get elected, and he said one of the first things he want to do is change the dress code for public offices. How you could dress to come in. Central government get tricks off him. Oh, I don't know you sure anything, but no central government had to come and do the same thing, because why? A woman want to see what she licensed, was the license in office, and the pants bust up is a rip of jeans, and she can't come with that. And she went and wrapped garbage bags around it And let she go.
And then let she go. Yeah. And next
That
one
is
use
bad.
duct tape.
You see?
You so stupid.
But even Miss, who we went and talked, Malik, the teacher,
Yeah.
Miss Alexander, she had on a slipper like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would, like what you have on there,
Mm-hmm. And they want to come in.
they let she come in. She went and buy a pair of lacing. Listen to how retarded this is, eh? She buy a pair of lacing. So it's in her no back like this. It's like mine. I slip in, right? She take the lacing, pass it through the front, and lace up she foot.
She make her bare feet sandals.
Yeah. Alright, ma'am, go ahead.
Stupid.
What?
That is European minds in black bodies.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Oreo that we love so much.
It's Oreos. That's all that is. But we could defend that, you know.
Yeah.
But we not no room for Rapso.
Mm.
We not no room for Calypso on the radio.
No.
Now, which is what, just a little over a month after Carnival.
Mm.
We not no room on the radio for that. But we could tell you, nah, you can't come here and 3/4 soldier. All I come to do is pay a bill.
Mm.
But you go on the port and you can't go.
In her short pants.
Yeah, on the port.
And the port is hot.
Yeah.
Have no AC in them shed and them. It's hot.
You go take so you can't go and carry camera in a short pants?
No,
Yeah,
my son
That's
went.
jeans, boy.
My son decided to go with me sometime last year, and he had on a kind of brown. You see, me even look at the jersey as not, you know,
Mm.
a little brown jersey, and he had on a khaki 3/4.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Dockers, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
a little khaki shoes, and they tell him he had to take it off. So I said, you tell him my child he had to take off that because it's looking like camo. I said, but there's khaki. They say no, that
That's
looking
how
like
stupid
camo
it is,
boy.
yeah.
A jersey, you know. So I carry him outside and we flip it. And we went inside. So I said, but this looking like camo. So the officer said, well, you ever watch desert? I said, but we are not, I never watched desert. But we are not desert here to say, that's so stupid.
You know what's what, man? It's how convincing these people who defend this system,
Yeah.
let's teach them to
Yeah.
defend it. Boy.
Yeah.
Because here this chippiness, he coming to tell you absolute
Desert.
confidence.
So what is desert?
Desert.
I don't even know what is desert.
You understand?
There is some kind
A
of
movie? Yeah.
We don't
Desert
know,
Storm?
but even
maybe
the natural
desert storm. We don't
phenomenon
know.
called desert.
I
We
don't know
have
what is
to play
that.
that here.
Some army thing desert.
Oh, Lord. Hey.
And what you not tell them, I say, all them is defend that
Yeah,
shit,
that is
boy.
different.
The prime minister of the country was one of them who was laughing at what I was doing in Tobago
Yeah.
about changing the
And now we
dress code
endorse
and
it.
thing. But then we had to come on like, yo, you telling me in this country we ain't get Saturday morning I open the door and see outside rat and ball. So we get a sprinkle.
Yeah.
But we ain't get proper rain in months.
Mm-hmm.
The places, you know when we go back outside there. And there's somebody who love to be in the sun, but when we go back outside there, when we done here,
Yeah.
that's sun different.
Yeah.
Right, because it's not the son no more.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the father.
Some-
It's not the father. We have been praying and asking for the father. We getting now. What we gonna do?
What you telling me now? What you telling me now?
Careful, you pray for.
I traveling from Sawa
Mm.
to Port of Spain to go and go in a government office and get them a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing only doing it make all they take into consideration why outside is so hot. A man could really come in a short pants because no. I tell you, I went through that last year, July. It's a good thing the office I was buying, I was living at Hawkins Spit away.
Right.
You understand?
Move and they went again.
Imagine that I am in front of you. I am in front of you. But I know they're watching, you know, the big
Yes,
one
that.
China as well, and I'm not that shit, you know. And they were telling me, you can't come in here in your short pants.
But it's not the short pants they really want to know.
You know, I'll go home. Because I've been this long enough, you know, I'll go home, keep on everything on top and just put on a long pants and come
Right.
back.
Yeah.
And watch them.
You understand? What it is about these things that we defend, but then can't find at the same time that same energy to promote things from here. And that's why when mortals say, I kind of I don't know if I'll tell him what to do. You know, come and invite me to tell Sista Ava come on the show. I mean, we're from the same egbe, right? When Mortel say that, it's like, because we do these things, boy. So we was talking, that's for Carnival when you was doing a workshop too. When you was asking about certain things. You did a workshop for Carnival?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a workshop for Carnival.
All right. Where's the media reporting on them thing and them? I mean, yes, it's try to condense a whole lot of things in the 1 hour news report, which is less because of advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened after? Or they wouldn't know everything is to go and find it. Can Sista Ava and the network Rapso thing walk in one of them stations and them in town and say, this is what we're doing and we would like all it to highlight? Is that thing to pick up? Most of the time they wouldn't pick it up.
Nah, not like that. But when they want something done,
Yeah, come on, man.
they know how to find me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I will do it, I will bill it and whatever. And when it's time to pay money, yeah, they will pick somebody from UTT.
Yeah.
Because now I hearing the saying, if your income through UTT is nothing. I heard a professor say, fire the songman because he didn't go to UTT. The songman was really crappy, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But that is not the reason to fire the songman.
Nah. Before you tell him, hey, come pull him on the side and say, hey, here we're going on. You have to enroll in that program, you know, because you need someone.
And I'm not against education, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not everybody.
No.
That is not everybody destiny. So you use it as a weapon. Do that.
Yeah.
How you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Who? When did Sparrow and Kitchen and all of them went to college to learn calypso to give them a degree? When? No, I'm not trying to dong nobody, eh?
No,
but we have to talk that. Guys, we're talking about the reality. Yeah, the first things first, the 2 names they call alone is the end of that conversation.
You see?
Yeah.
And it's king of the world. King of the world, and this of the world.
The 2 greatest.
It has something in music you call tension chords.
Mm-hmm.
But you and I would not know that. Because if we build in music, we go in and play them thing and it's sounding nice and everybody jamming and dancing and getting on bad. You go and do music now. Then you get to realize you don't play that with that. Because there is tension there. So now when you're writing freely, now you're afraid to write that. Because you know now you can't be free. You can't abuse your imagination no more. So it ain't right, but it ain't wrong neither. Balance again.
Balance, yeah.
You go how the people feel.
That's right. Everybody can't be doctor, lawyer. We must have the murderers. I ain't making no apologies for that. We had the thief. We had the garbage collector.
Everybody have a place.
In our tradition, right? When a child comes to the family, the priest and they could tell you who the child is. The child come back because, you know, we come again, it's a recycle. And you know that because you will see your daughter or your son doing something. And my mother was that you see, now the same way, you understand? So you know that. So they have a way of doing the little thing and finding out this child destiny. Everybody want to hear lawyer, doctor, nurse. If you hear your child come back to be a murderer, what you gonna do?
A bad man.
I say, if that ever would have happened to me, I have to step it, but here what I could do, because everything negotiated could be renegotiated.
Between your day born and the day there could be renegotiated.
So I go and pray, if you have to be a thief, please be Robin Hood. Thief from the rich and bring gifts to the poor. Don't thief to kill nobody. Find ways to. You understand? It's not no water upon the hills. And Wasa believe that all the water is them own. And you have the capability to run pipe up on the mountain to give people, give them that water. Thief like that. You know? But don't thief and distress.
Yeah, distress people there.
Everybody come with your own destiny.
Hmm.
And one of the things, well, I know you say, brother resistance, say keep the religion aspect out of the music now.
Mhm.
But how has that been hard?
Not really. It when he say keep it out of the music, you could bring it in the music, but he talking about your life.
Yeah.
You know, you will come and because you is let's say is a Baptist,
Mhm.
right? But everything you're saying is for the Baptist and them
Yeah.
alone.
Mhm.
Or
Definitely
he is a
understand that aspect.
he is a
Yeah.
Muslim. So you don't dress in it, you don't think, and it's only them you're talking to, like you didn't nobody else.
Yeah. I
You
feel
know?
you.
So don't be like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Be
yeah.
open.
Yeah.
You know, but you could bring your thing, you know. You could because I go bring my chant thing, I go bring my adoption, I go bring all of that
Mhm.
because it's Africa representing
Mm.
some kind of indigenousness, you know.
Hmm.
So for that, when they call me now, if anybody call me, if I women more, nobody don't know who's me.
Hmm.
If this is a star, but you know, but
Yeah.
it's the same person.
Hmm.
But the energy will be different on stage.
Mhm.
If you call me by Sister Ava, I can be Sister Ava. If you call me to deliver something that is Sister Ava own, I really won't be able to do it. Call me as probably a priestess or that kind of thing to say a prayers and do that. Call me by them names.
Mhm.
I could deliver.
Right.
But don't call Sister Ava to do that. You know?
You see adoption, do you ever work with Jaja?
Yeah.
What
Jaja
about
would have been one of my elders.
one of you?
Elders.
Elders.
Because you remember Jaja, Resistance. That was a whole team, you know. Them brothers is a whole
I wish
team.
we had more visual documentation, video wise,
Mm.
of what I was doing. But I was telling them today, while I'm not plenty of the elders of them, I don't we really want to go and sit down on the tape, but we need that.
We need it.
Because you imagine,
We need it.
you would know it. I just going off our imagination. You imagine if we had to be able to sit down and watch a video with Jaja Onilu, Kuriga Mandela, Brother Resistance.
Chetwayo.
Um,
Chetwayo.
yeah,
Yeah.
talking boy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know who's somebody that I really should pass, and I really wanted to do something like this. And I met her, strange enough, and you here at that same forum we're talking about.
Ella.
No,
Sandra.
the
She was with
Ocean
us.
priestess from
Cranberry.
Canberra.
Yeah. I had invited her to be a panelist and she was late. So we put Theodore
At that
inside.
conference, after
Yeah.
I hear she talk, because she
Yeah.
went up and talked.
She eventually went up and
I
she
walk
came.
up to the woman and tell she, yeah, I want to get to know you. Yes.
Yeah, Cranberry. Yeah.
After hearing she talk,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing that she was a priestess, or no, nothing like that, just from hearing her talk now.
Mm.
And I mean, we had some nice conversation, and it was she's somebody because she was so straightforward and direct. I would like to have
I give big props to them women and them. I had a few of them who has been there for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they see the struggles and thing and I strange music, I dressing strange, I looking strange, and they will let me know, hey, you're going in a calypso arena, they go beat you. They go beat you bad. They go sit down on you. I get all of that before I reach. They tell me all of that before I reach. Which part is now? Okay, so how?
Yeah.
Right. I ask why it is that you make me go through, right? Because it's the son of my manager as well, right? Why you make me go through all of them other tents before you just bring me where you saying, guys? So she say they would have sit down on you. You will not be able to move. Right? So you had to go through that and learn to walk. Form your name, get your name for yourself. No spoon feeding. I get
Fire.
relics. I get licks. I tell you, I get relics. And when I reach Kaiso house now, when they tell themselves I'm going to do a particular style of rap, so because I was doing more chantuel for the divas, I was doing more rap for classic Russo. When I reach Kaiso house, you see, and they're going on audition. I said, but what going on audition? You see that song you call Panyard Fever, where you write about 4 or 5 years ago? We're going to record that. I said, Panyard Fever? But I mean, I had a dress. He said, yeah. You could just in your little shiny tights and thing and your little thing looking and going bad. No, by that time I get real, I don't want to dress like that, you know. But we did Panyard Fever.
Mm.
The year after we did Black Rose. Roots man say I selling sex. Because they're so not accustomed seeing me in I could call it ordinary clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't no revealing clothes, eh?
Mm.
It was a pants and a knife at the top. My hair was loose with the little that is called shit locks.
Mm-hmm.
Them little screw up thing that is like
Mm-hmm.
them little screw up thing that is shit locks. Because I had to look like a Black Rose Roots man was sitting there every night. So I thought he listening because the song is a lamentation of how the black man left the black woman to fend for the children,
family,
and she's asking him to come back home.
Mm.
They still have room for you to come home. It's a whole long story. So I tell myself he loving the vibe because he's a man saying no, he watching my form because I selling sex.
But he see no, he seeing. Cause that what he looking at. But he not listening.
I could have cried.
Which man is?
I could have cried. So you know, sometimes I look up to certain people, right? By the end of the day, I remember these human beings.
Mm.
Each have the strengths and each have the weaknesses. You have to take what you could take from them and don't take nothing personal.
Mm.
Because if you decide to take personal, I will dislike you for no reason.
Mm.
Or somebody tell me, we going down the road, right? And Andre coming up the road and you say, hey, hold your purse tight. He just snatch purse. No, I don't know this area at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I trust you. I go in and hold my purse so tight because of your word song.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
But really and truly, what if he did that a particular person some time ago for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
and you happen to be there to see it? Now I'm not gonna trust you. I don't know part of you for you to snatch purse.
Mm-hmm.
That is the society we're living in.
Yeah.
A kind of word song society.
Mm.
This one do that one do that, that one do. I ain't saying go out there and learn it for yourself.
The next thing that is a real big part of it too. Like for me, I don't necessarily want to take a word from somebody from a situation that I already know. But from a personal experience, like it's real easy for me to pull away from people who I know and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like real easy. So it have a group of people that I just pull away from and you would know why I'm talking. And some of them claim they don't understand.
They will never understand.
No. They understand fully. That's why I usually
They all right. They don't want to understand.
Right? Because they probably didn't expect.
Yeah.
I do that now. But you can just come in and telling me just so do like this one and do like that one. First things first, you will like it. You gonna come and tell me, boy. So you think boy Karen is a real living boy?
You don't know Karen from Norway. You know?
not just that. No. You probably know him from seeing and thinking about why you want to sit down and have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
See, like have that conversation where you telling me he's a imps and I listening to that conversation and I consider him a friend.
It depends, you know, because if you know somebody real crucial is a, let me say, a murderer, you know that for sure this person is a pedophile or something like that, and you have a daughter and you know that you and I could be going down real good, but I know your character, but I see you have potential at dealing with your child or your daughter. I could tell you, you know, but I'd be careful how I telling you that too. I'd be careful. So to cross that line, I don't know how to cross that line. So I might be giving you a real true word song.
You gave me the real logical thing, but we talk about this nasty word out there where people just don't like it just for
not like it.
Long time used to be an energy. Like I tell people, it are very few people I just meet in this world and just go like. It happened to me twice in my life. 2 times I was justified. I talk about immediately. Them time I know nothing about Orisha I don't know nothing about Ori. I don't know nothing about them things.
Yeah.
All I know is that I'm talking to myself since I'm small.
Mm.
I'm glad today that our system of veneration to know Ori are things to do and things. I'm talking to Ori since I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
People see me talking. I have no problem walking your door. You see my mom. I have no problem with that. And this man come in a place I working for an interview. And I in the back and I come inside and see the man and watch the man and go upstairs and tell the boss, why? Something must be wrong.
You tell the boss
I
that?
tell him, yeah, I tell them.
Mm.
They
Right,
hire
right,
the
right.
man.
Right.
The man cause real bacchanal in the company. Real problems. Just so that them things don't happen more often. So the whole lie get now with the little information that you come into. It get worse now from the time I get our shipping vibes. Oh, just call it in spider. That yes, spider.
It's thing go
It
there.
don't happen more often. I tell you, that don't happen more often. I real outgoing, deal with most people. From the time I get that, or from the time I show me something now, like nah, and one of the things I do like is talking about people a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and more so read Mortel. Mortel say Rapso artists are edutainers and activists. He said, don't forget Paul King Douglas, a true great of the oral traditions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he said, we have a question for you. He said, when can we expect an album from Sista Ava?
Since the devil was a little boy, I've been working on an album. You know, I lose a couple music after Resistance transcended because the music would have been in his place. I will be straight. It would have been in his place. We had like about 16 songs already mastered. So now I have to try to remember them songs and them timing and redo them.
You can't get them?
No. I tried.
Damn.
I tried. But you're going to hear that real soon.
But we can find your music. You have thing on YouTube?
I have a couple things on YouTube and I also have did you get a chance to go into the drumline uprising? www Google it.
No.
Right.
Our website?
Yeah. We have a website. That website was done by Joe Munsami, his wife Patricia Munsami, Dr. Patricia Munsami. She anthropologist. She came directly to deal with the Rapso back in the times, right? And she was very similar to my next sister who came just recently, right? But Munsami husband always knew that Resistance wanted like a radio station and a site, but he knew what he wanted to do with me because I have the franchise woman in the oral tradition, right? So he built a website, a beautiful website, and on the website, what we'll have Brother Resistance, Cheryl, you know, all the artists who wants to be a part. But what we asked then and we are still asking now is for permission because we have a radio station there as well. Permission to play your music and show your pics.
Right.
Because he said Trinidad so backwards. Is anybody doing anything and then they could get locked up. Right? So he asked me to ask all the artists. I get permission from Valentino, all them big guns. Say, yeah, play my music. Look at pick. When it comes to my people, they get quiet. I send message to all of them. Immortal answer, Sheldon Blackman answer, a couple of them answer. Right? They get quiet. The fraternity get quiet. Then one brother called me about 2 weeks after. Who website is that? I said, well, it is mine. It is something that was being built eons ago, but I finally given it a shot because he's gone and I was just lapsing because I know I had him to lean on. I don't have him to lean on in that kind of way, so we decided to get it done. He said, well, I sure no brothers didn't call you yet. I say, no. And he said, instead of call names of all the brothers. He said, because we talk. And they said that you can't be the face of Rapso. And I tell him the truth here. You can't be the face a Rapso.
Why?
Were you asking me? So give me his number now, or let him talk to me because he could work with me and we could deal with it and whatever. I felt hurt, but I ain't make no rap, you know. I called Joe. I said, Joe, I can't be the face of rap. So they say, and so. Well, that man gets so bitter. He said, all right, okay. I will talk to him. And he talked to the brother. And that's what the brother tell them. The brothers decide. I can't have that website and carry the music and all them kind of scene. And he called me back. He said, yeah, what? They say you can't be the face of rap. So, but when I look, you're the only one who continue doing workshops. You're the only one who continue going in prison, continue doing that, continue building this thing. He said, look where resistance take you and put you. Look what he trained you to do. You in drumline in a hot area. I can't sell certain things there that have street value now. I don't want to set up my youth on them. They mightn't harass me, but remember, it's evolution. People dying and new people coming. So you don't want to set up yourself in a space where you can set up other people. He said, and you gotta handle all of that. He said he gave you this because he knew you could do it. He trained you to do this. So forget that. Just do the site, and whoever want to be a part of. He said, but it's sad. It's sad. So the site is there.
Tell them what it is now.
Tell them the site again.
Just Google www.drumline uprising.
Drumline uprising.
Drumline uprising, and you would see it. And there is a note there that explains what the site is about. It's a hub, and it also asks for you to just sign your name if you want to be a part of it. This man work with the Supreme Court outside there. So he ain't going to do nothing to infringe on nobody.
Yeah.
He's not doing that. And that's all we were asking for. We ain't asking to own nobody, nothing. You know, and it could be anything, you know. It could be businesses as well too, because Orunde and all of them there.
Right.
You know, like this what you all doing here? Yeah, you sign in, you put up something there. Once you press your button there, you're coming straight to you.
All right.
That kind of thing. So, you know, the people
good brother, you know.
yeah, man. Yeah. He's a song one. Well, Orunde, I will laugh at him now, and he might tap me when I go outside, but we can laugh at our brother sometime, right?
Is he outside?
No, he's not outside. But on my father left and thing, you know, he say, because you know we from the same team, right? He said, let me go and look for the sister. I didn't want to see nobody. But them brothers bold face. About 2 or 3 of them, they bold. I can't tell them, don't come by me, I don't want to see nobody. They come in. So he come with a book and a thing, and you know, he just operate. And a little phone in his hand. And I have a little blue barrel. The blue barrel cover, right? It had water in it. He not custom with that blue barrel there. I just put it there. And he put the book with the phone. I say, hey, take that from there, because I know that the thing. Because every time I sit down, I watch it, I say, I wonder if somebody phone go fall along in here, boy. You know, you see it,
yeah.
But I not expecting.
Nobody
they come from nowhere.
And receipting on it.
Or they say, no, it's safe. When they tell me it's safe, I just see the barrel going down, and it's book, phone, everything. So my son said, take it up fast. I said, no, it's an iPhone. It could take that. They say it has so much depths in the water. Yeah. So when they take it time and he take up the phone, and I quiet watching him, he worried. He said, this is what I'm worried about. Like he book, right? Book. Yeah, so you wipe the book and he think the book he carried over. So in his son, and he said, the phone good, man. My son said, take that and put on rice one time. He said, nah, it's good. Take it. Before he leave, he walked down a little bit, because we by the river side, right? And we're doing a retaining wall. He walked down to see where they reach with the retaining wall and thing. I said, something to me, call Orunde phone. So I calling him, and he not too far from me, but he had a phone. The phone not ringing at all. By the time when they come back up by me, the phone now start to ring. And it's not stopping. See, he talking to me, and then he said, again, I call. You calling me? I say, I calling you? But look me right here. I see no long I calling. Yeah. So something wrong with the phone. I said, I take the phone out of the water. He said the iPhone could take water. I would have tell him manufacturers tell him that.
Boy,
Yeah,
you know how we
that.
feel about that.
He ain't have no
Yeah,
phone right
that's
now. He have
Right.
it in Me Too. So to get him, you have to call him on the Me Too.
Yeah, that.
Mortel say, so before we go, Mortel have two questions. He say, no, wait, one question. What has been your most memorable performance?
My most memorable performance. Mortal Boy, I had so much performance that I remember that I don't know offhand which will be the most memorable one. But I'll tell you this. My mother has always been there in all my performances, all. So, well, not all, but the majority. So it was cool to have her there and sing for her and stuff. But my father shocked me one day. He came to the same classic Rousseau and sat down in the middle aisle, and I was doing a piece called The Single Parent Cry. And I happened to look and see him, and I had to stop and tell everybody, well, I was so proud that, my father came and spent that time,
With you.
yeah, to see me perform. And I will always remember that. But
That is a testament for we new age parents. Yeah, you buy the tugs, you buy the most expensive tugs, you buy shinpas and everything, but the child want to look in his stands
And see you.
and see
and
it.
see it, boy.
Yeah.
But you gotta give you something before you go, You have to
Serious?
sing, you have to sing something for me.
But there's one before you sing more. There's one more question. You say, what is your favorite song in your repertoire of music? What is your favorite song?
Whatever, it could be the ghetto, right? It's between the ghetto and the same single parent cry. It's between the both of
them.
them.
So you can give me some. You can give me one of that before we go. A little piece, a little something. I was singing on the show and then get a song.
Oh, come on.
All right. So give you a piece of the ghetto.
Ghetto.
Alright, so let's sing. Remember, right? What we just saying the ghetto.
Right.
Alright, so it never rains, it always pours in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
What's yours is mine, what's mine is yours in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
People go and people come in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Never forget that you come from the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Talking reality because a bonafide. A little boy see his mother crying inside. His sister have a child and not one pass. She friending with a married man and forget evening class. The brother is a spranger who thief the gas tank. The father gamble away all the money in the bank. The little boy foot too big for his shoe. No money in the house. What daddy going to do? The sweet man try to help with the problem. The daddy find out and chop off the two of them in the ghetto. In the ghetto. It never rains, it always pours in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
What's yours is mine, what's mine is yours in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
No, people go and people come in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Never forget that you come from the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
No, a 13-year-old smoking cocaine, she run away and she don't want to go home again. All are we saying, the girl is a hoe until we find out how she getting on so. But mother best friend is daughter worst enemy. The mother man want a friend with she. The mother like money, so she take the man's side against the daughter. Blood in thicker than water. Now she have a baby boy and she don't know with 4 pillar to post and door to door. Tanty and them don't want you no more. The time she go and blow your nose where you catch your cold. A citizen at the street at 13 years old, it is hot, man. Still, it never rains, it always pours in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
What's yours is mine, what's mine is yours in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
People go and people come in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Never forget that you come from the ghetto. Last verse.
Mhm.
They say all the bandits living up by we. People afraid to come and walk the taxi. A young girl with a big belly and a sad face. A boy in junior sec have 3 robbery case. But is this the jungle where animals roam? No, this is the place that we call home. Because all are we together with the good and the bad. We kicking it live down in our backyard. And we don't care about your color, your race, or creed. Nobody can stop you if you want to succeed. Get a love never done, get a hope never die. Get a money must run, get a youth must cry in the ghetto.
In the
In the
ghetto.
ghetto.
Yeah.
So that's a part of the ghetto.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
We're grateful. We're grateful.
We give thanks. So this like a full circle, because you were supposed to be here, but then the year had us to come through. because
Yes.
she time is
She's
different.
time
and-
different.
Yeah. So much thanks
Mhm.
Thanks
for
for
coming.
being here, man.
Pray that whatever you're doing going forward in positive energy
Mhm.
manifest
Asha.
with as least resistance as possible.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Because we definitely need more people doing works that benefits our children
Mhm.
in our community.
All your social media, auntie? Facebook,
Yeah. Yeah.
same drumline.
Drumline. But for now, you can look for Sista Ava. My son have the drumline thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I will send whatever little links and stuff
Right.
for you all, because it will also be nice for us to do a workshop here. We do 1-day workshop as well. Yeah, it do have to be 6 weeks.
Papa.
Yeah, we do introductory workshops and stuff like that where
Mhm.
adults can fall in, and
Right.
we do some little brain teasers and stuff like that. That is very beneficial too for us. So you could never tell what we could set up and do a little vibration.
Yeah, we for that. MySpace is for that, you know.
Yeah.
He said me that all the time, you know. He's braced me to it. He said, boy, you can't be doing everything in there.
Yeah, I do full-fledged support.
Yeah.
That's too much. We can go in the community center.
That way, if I get in the community center.
Yeah, we will
Yeah,
do.
we can do the
And
community
we
center.
have look at this, before resistance left, I didn't put the people in place who in place now.
Mm-hmm.
In the drumline, in the Sista Ava drumline uprising. I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
He did it without us knowing what was going to take place. We had a meeting, as I told you all about the meeting, and he asked about the website, the station, all of that. He wanted us to concrete that. He wanted us to do a mural at the side of Oxford and Charlotte with the old band members and stuff like that, make them beautify there now. And he, Orunde, Fidel, and all of them strong in their own work, right? Orunde, Fidel, a guy named Leslie, he is, we used to call him Hypanati. My 2 sons and of course my daughters. But the youngest one is a musician, plays music. We wanted him to be the musical director, and he put this team together. I didn't take it serious until he left. So they are obligated to carry the drumline, and I had to call the names because they have been with me before and even now doing right now we are on the project Joshua Journey to Recovery. I think I sent a little something for you. I'm not sure. Joshua had got bounced down in point 14. That is a youth who was crossing on the zebra sign, and the car picked him up, and she's one of our members. So the child is one of our members. So to see that he flying in the air and it, watch me just force our nature, keep he from hitting the next car, he end up falling before that car crash. And they pick him up, he end up falling on this side and the car crash into the other car. He's now in a wheelchair. No. He have exam. He had exam. They felt we were fighting for him to do the SEA. The doctor felt that he couldn't do it, but nothing was wrong with his head. He could have done it if we supervised him. We so backward, but at the same time, we would like to do a fundraiser to assist, even if it's
therapy,
grocery, even if it's to help her, because she ain't working right now, and his diet changed because again he's in Pampers and all these things, right? So but the other day I called and I said, Joshua, stop wheeling on the wheelchair. I was making joke.
Mm-hmm. You really believe
The child was wheeling. So you know so it's not like in dire need we wanted a mechanical bed. He's showing signs where he don't need a bed. They said he would have needed.
Mm-hmm.
He's showing signs where he don't need that now, but just his diet and to help again, as you see with the little therapy. So you wanna do a little fundraiser just to get some little things and you then
Yeah, send it for me.
yeah, right?
You say drumline there last week. So my son playing basketball right behind the Scottish church over the road.
Serious?
With Georgie and them. Right opposite all the drumline is on Trafford, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right there. So I last week Tuesday, I walk right past there, went by the bar, buy 2 beers with me and my wife. And I walking back and I say, but where's this drumline place here? Because I see the sign and then I see the window and everything, but it was locked up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I say, but now you saying drumline, I remember it had it's either Make It Happen or one of them post a video during Carnival where there was linemen right there by Trafford.
Yeah, we were very active. That is our store. But what had happened is we trying to revamp. So it's now the headquarters. We took the glass cases and all them kind of thing out, and we really want to be able to put back up because remember there's a lot of African artifacts and all them kind of thing, and we had there, but we want to be able to do that once more to reach the community.
Yeah, that's necessary.
We want to do that.
Necessary.
So that's why I say it's important to network.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just to come down and you do your show from right the people on the streets. You are Immortal and them, not Ringo and them coming on a Friday evening with drums and chants and that kind of thing. You know, you can take it from there and you go with it.
Okay.
So you know we can stay here whole day, right?
Of course.
So
that's easy.
No me all is finished. Love is action with it.
Support is action.
Support is action with it. We live in love and we support one another. We safe on the road.
Sure.
Long weekend coming up.
Next week.
Is next week or this weekend?
Next weekend.
It's
this weekend.
It's this weekend.
Easter weekend, sorry.
This weekend.
Don't drink and drive. Don't let nobody drive you who was drinking. And don't encourage nobody to drink and drive. Smoking. If you're tired, you understand? Because it's serious. I mean, it's 2024. We shouldn't be seeing, with all the advertisements and information, we shouldn't still be seeing drunk drivers crash and people die. We shouldn't be seeing that. You know, stay where is. Will you park here? Stay park up there.
Stay park up there.
Right? Or just don't drink that amount of alcohol. Also, remember, live in love. It's in hard, eh? Living in love got to be mushy and hugging and all kind of things. No. You respect everybody else. That is all. Right? So, Sista Ava, thank you very, very much.
Love.
Mendoza, say great interview. And we will be back again. Well, I don't know if we'll come out next week.
Oh, definitely not.
Right? But
like my long weekend.
At least play Simba's clip. I send it to you at one time.
We'll share it on the social.
You shared it already?
Yeah. No, we'll share it.
We
will share it. I'll follow it up with this. Yeah.
Right? So, we out. Until the next time, we are black.
Yes, sir.
Out. Beautiful.